Welcome back to another episode of everyone's favoritist place to be on a Wednesday evening. And where might that be?
It's right
It,
here, pitch practice, the show.
what's going on, Brandon?
I don't know. You tell me, man. You've been MIA past couple weeks, man.
Welcome back. It is a refreshing. It's refreshing to be back. I just wanted to say what's up to everybody out there. We've missed you. I've missed you. I know you've been going live anyway, Brandon.
All right, somebody's got to keep this ship going.
Doing webinars and doing having guest speakers on.
Got to keep it going.
Yes. Oh man, I think some some personal life has really been intermingling a little bit lately with coming on live with you. But I'm here always. I want to give a big shout out there to all my UTSA Roadrunner fans. Uh, hanging out with the tailgating group out there for my good friend Bobito and the friends of friends out there, and spent a cool time down in San Antonio. I just want to say what's up to all my friends there. Appreciate it, everything that you did for me. Appreciate it. So I had to get that out of the way, Brandon.
Nice. Did you enjoy the game?
Oh, we won.
Well, good.
Yeah, and that's a rare fate. So yeah, when we lost, I think maybe the week before that, I think we blew the biggest lead ever. We're kind of playing like the Cowboys this year.
Hey, I mean, I'm kind of used to that myself. Bengals aren't doing too well this year, and when I went to college, my alma mater probably hasn't won a game since I've been there.
Kent State.
Kent State can't read, can't write, can't win a football game. Kent State. It's terrible. Hey, I just got a notification, man. Bitcoin just hit $95,000 a coin. You believe that?
And when did you buy in?
I bought in at 20K, very, very small amount. I think it was like a couple $1,000s. Actually, it was like a couple $100. Wasn't even that. It was like a couple $100, maybe like 500 or something like that. So right now it's sitting at 95K. Made on my total worth of Bitcoin at the 2 cents. If you want to do an equivalent of Bitcoin, is worth like $2,000 right now at 500K, at 500 that I initially put in. And I was also dollar cost averaging like $10 a week. I would put in over the past like couple years, just recently kind of stopped, but kind of wish I would have kept going, even though it wouldn't have affected it too much. However, because I got in so low, and if I continue to invest low dollar figure amounts, though the amount that I buy every time isn't as much, still the average cost of me getting in is still fairly low since I got in at like around 20K. If you can look at it like that.
Do you can look at it as it might be at the top, or that it still has some ways to go?
I don't know. It's parabolic right now, man. So I'm a little bit nervous. It's if there's going to be another demand zone, if it comes back down a little bit, then shoots back up. But I mean, it's one of those things to where it is a finite resource, so you can invest in it now. It's not going to hurt you. You can buy fractional shares and still play the long game with it. There's still lots of percentage points this thing can still go up to. But yeah, it's crazy. But that's not what we're here to talk about tonight. We're not crypto dudes. We don't push any crypto coin. I just think it's an interesting thing because it's the way people market and talk about the product itself. Bitcoin is what we talk about, right? It's how it's promoted, how it's viral, how it's pushed out to the masses, mainly by word of mouth and other financial institutions. And it's those key tactics is what we talk about every week here on Pitch Practice,
Yeah, yeah.
the show.
And it's interesting because it's those things that move the needles one way or another. It's those things that actually tip the scale, the communication, things that are said online, the chatter, uh, those things. You believe those things move markets? Those things influence uh, outcomes?
Absolutely, they do. I mean, if you look at the biggest event that just happened over the past weekend, that was an absolute crap show. Um, the Tyson Paul fight, right?
Oh, that's what we're gonna talk about, some branding and execution.
Yeah. So, do you watch it?
I did. No, wait a minute.
No. Were you able to watch it? That's the better question.
Yeah, we you did you watch it? Then that's a meme in itself
Yeah.
because I think if you're watching it, you've been watching the buffering.
Yeah. Pretty much. I had some.
That was a debacle. That was a that
Yeah.
was
There's definitely some buffering issues. Netflix was not prepared at
oh
all.
my gosh. Oh my goodness. And I think a lot of people thought it was just them, but it was everyone. Everyone. I don't know if you got into the loop where it would just start back over from the beginning. Did you watch it at all?
I mean, yeah, I had it on. Stayed up to the end. The Serrano fight was probably the best fight, and they probably should have ended it there and not even had that that
No, they
deal at all. But
no, they had to make money. 40 mil and 20 mil. So that must mean that the the organizers of it must have made at least 120 mil.
yeah, I mean, if you look at how everything played out, so think of this business structure, right? So you have MVP Promotions is Jake Paul's company, right? So he's promoting the event, he's getting all the sponsorships together and doing all that kind of stuff and making money on that end. Not only that, he's also boxing and fighting in the match itself. So he's getting a cut of the purse itself, and then you have the contender as well that gets a cut of the purse as well. A lot of people though were talking about the whole contract of the deal, and that was a good bit of negative buzz the around the fight, which kind of drove people to watching and to see what it was about and pay attention to it. Did you hear anything about the contract?
I kind of hear things and don't believe them. I don't believe them unless I actually dig deeper into it and find out whether it's true or not. So if you ask me whether I heard it, I'll say maybe I did hear some chatter about it, but I don't believe a lot of stuff. I think that there's just people that spread false information out there. So anything that I do, it's sort of like, it's just sort of like really okay, is that right? Okay, you don't know, you just don't know. But what exactly what did you read about the contract?
So I looked high and low, up and down, left and right to try to find the exact verbiage of the contract. So I'm going off hearsay here, so you can believe what you want to take it with a grain of salt. But
Mhm.
the basis and the TLDR of it was if Tyson knocked Paul out and didn't go the distance with him, he wasn't going to get paid. So that probably put I don't know, a different spin and dynamic on how the fight was going to play out. And in fact, I think there was like of the 32 states you could bet on the fight, seven or so of them wouldn't allow you to place a bet on it.
Mm, mm. It I think that boxing is entertainment, right? It's entertainment. And it's maybe not so much the actual match that makes the money as much of it as it is the story behind it. Here we got a 58-year-old man uh going into the ring with a guy half his age. And then everybody wants to root for the underdog. you know, everybody, I don't know, I don't even know why. Seems like everyone wanted to see this kid knocked out. I don't know. I haven't followed it before this. Have you, Brandon? Have you been following it before? I haven't followed it before this. So I'm like being landed right in the middle of this
Right.
this
So, as far
spectacular.
as as far as the polls go, um, 4 years ago, jumping into the YouTube, seeing pandemic things like that, following creators and bloggers and things like that. Logan, I guess, was one of the fastest growing influencers of all time during his time coming up. And I watched a couple of his videos and things like that, but never really followed it because he was just some young punk kid. He was like 10 years younger than me, doing stupid stuff for YouTube, and I was, over that. I was following Casey Neistat and a couple others there on a little bit more mature,
Oh,
a
nice.
little bit
I
more
said,
mature channels, right?
uh-huh, uh-huh.
So his brother, Jake, is still doing dumb stuff with him, so he's putting his personal persona and brand behind the whole event and just being a whole goofball with the thing, and he's that's what he's doing. So think of him like as, I don't know, who's somebody that I don't like because of that.
You
Um,
have to think that
I, I,
hard.
I do have to think that hard because I've stopped paying attention on most of the stuff because a lot of it is just noise, and you just try to stay above the noise. But he's making a lot of noise. He's getting the attention, and the more attention you get, obviously, the more dollars can flow your way.
Mm.
And Jake's a controversial dude. He's bold. Is across a lot of different platforms. He does the trash talking. He wanted to challenge Tyson's legacy and get a conversation started. I feel like they just wanted to recreate um, either Rocky Five or Creed, right? Um, to where the young guy fights the old guy, and you know, but in the movie, the old guy whoops the young guy's butt. So I don't know why they went against the script when it comes to that kind of stuff. And if you watch the fight, you would have seen there was several chances for Tyson to just lay the guy out, and he got a couple good punches in, but then you know halfway
But
through
but
he got tired.
see, I knew Tyson has never been a long distance fighter. He has never been one to go the rounds. And if you know his boxing legend, if you can go past the later rounds, you can go with him, the more you're likely to win. Um, he would just he was just a knockout. He'd come at you, boom, 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 Iron Mike, bam, knocking people out. When they put the rounds down 2 minutes, I thought, okay, maybe that maybe that'll give him some longer stamina. I don't know. He's 58 years old. I think it was tough. I don't know if I don't know if it is, staged or not, or made up or not. Um, if it is, it was a good story. I don't know. It wasn't on pay-per-view, was it? As long as I didn't know, we didn't have to pay to watch it. It was like free, and it was like the biggest screw up of freeness. It was like people are getting hollered at, or people are getting cursed out that are like restaurants and sporting events, like sports bars showing the fight, and they're getting cursed out by the patrons, right? for a free uh for a free Netflix movie.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there was no pay-per-view behind it, but you did have to have a Netflix account, and I'm sure,
That's true.
it did draw people in to, sign up. I never checked to see what their subscriptions were after the fight, and I was, uh, for sure thinking that they were gonna get shorted on Monday, but in fact, they were up like 23, or not 23%, like 10, 5 to 10% on their stock price on Monday. Even after that crappy show, I thought they were for sure going to get shorted on Monday. But no, stock
Wow,
price went up
wow, but they went up. I don't know. Maybe this was a trial run for them and they consider it a success, but it was a disaster for a lot of people.
it
It was a
was. Well,
disaster.
they are gonna be streaming more sports. WWE is going there. They're promoting that heavily, and I think next year, they're gonna have 1 or 2 NFL games streamed, but they better get their servers, beefed up to handle that. I doubt those are gonna be as intense as the Jake and Tyson fight, but still, to do a live streaming event, you gotta have your ducks in a row.
Yeah, you've not only got the buzz and the all of the fanfare behind this fight. I mean, it was just a buzz everywhere. And how do you not prepare for an onslaught of viewing for that for that fight? So there was yeah, there was some bandwidth problems, I think.
For sure, for sure. So did you see any of the, social media posts or things that were put out
About
about the fight
before or after?
before?
Before, I think before what I saw were a few videos, training videos showing Mike Tyson just looking like
Yeah, he was looking tough, man. He was looking
he's
real tough.
he looking real good. He was shuffling. I was like, whoa. I was like, whoa, this guy's not gonna stand a chance. Woo, 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 woo. I wouldn't get in the ring with him,
No.
right? So I think I saw that, but then I saw in the weigh-in, I saw at the weigh-in, I saw uh the Paul guy creep up on his hands and then he stepped on Tyson's foot.
Yep.
And then he got up and Tyson just smacked him. Did you see
Exactly.
that?
I did, I saw that. So that's one of the viral moments that happened that, led to even more buzz and people talking about, the fight. It's just those little things that added up to such a big promotion. That's really what
Th-
pushed it forward.
Talk about a dramatic presentation.
Yeah, definitely a lot of dramatic presentations there to get people talking and keep that flywheel spinning.
That is interesting. You know, you just get a nice clip of something like that, and that clip just goes, right? And it's not like that hasn't happened in boxing before, right? Where there's been these scuffles that
Right?
happen at the weigh-ins. Scuffles happen at weigh-ins. But this one was captured, bow, and then it's like I think you have people. It's crazy because you have people on this side that want to say it was fake.
Yeah.
That's fuel for them. And then you have people on this side that want to say that this was real. This is real Tyson. He's ready for it. But you got both sides using that same footage. Boo 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 boo.
Yeah. So there's definitely some back and forth with that. A lot of memes coming out of it, especially post fight. There was one pretty viral clip that is circulating around after Tyson's mini interview from his son.
Oh, you mean the one with the moon in the back?
Yeah, yeah, the ass scene around the world.
I man, you can't unsee that. You can't
No,
unsee it either.
that is burned into my friggin' retinas.
My gosh. It's kind of like, where did that picture come from?
No clue, no clue. But it was funny though. I mean, he's talking to his son, does a minute and a half spot with him, and then just walks away. So, I mean, what can you do? You just what can you do? They probably should have cut it. Some people, I think some people got stuck buffering on that scene, so they had to stare at that for a little bit.
When you think about just a few of the viral moments from that whole spectacle, did you see the viral moment with the young girl interviewing Tyson, asking him?
Yes, yes, about the legacy that he's gonna leave behind. That was probably one of the most depressing answers I ever heard anybody ever say, and it was absolutely hilarious. He pretty much said, "It doesn't matter. I'm just passing through, and the legacy doesn't matter." And you know what? I'm for it. I'm honest. I'm honestly with it because if you think about it, not many people at all know who their great 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 grandpa is. And if they do, I mean, good for them. But a majority of people don't know their name. So give it to them.
I mean, I think it was that it was, I think he made the interviewer feel as though she asked a stupid question because she was a young girl.
Yeah.
And I think she ended up feeling after that question like, oh man, I think I'll never answer that question again. Because
She definitely wasn't prepared.
Tyson doesn't hold back. He said, legacy, that's such a stupid question.
Well, I mean, even I don't know, is it 10 years ago? I don't know how far, but Tyson was doing an interview showing off all of his belt, and he called all of his belts garbage. They don't mean anything. So I mean, he is a very humble person now because didn't he go to prison for a while and lose pretty much everything?
But that was he did that. I think he did prison, but then he came back and still fought more fights. I think
Mhm.
that was in the beginning of his career when he was I think he was involved with Robin Givens, and then he got sent to jail for a few years, but then he came back with the tattoo. He
Mhm.
came back with the tattoo. He didn't have that tattoo until afterwards. And I always remember, I don't know, kind of a gauge of films for me. I remember he was in the first Hangover movie.
Yep.
If you ever saw those movies,
Yep.
you ever watch those?
Yes, a couple of times I've seen all three of them, and Tyson was hilarious in
Yeah,
uh, in that movie.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah. And I think well, I guess he still enjoyed some post boxing fame from, yeah, he just kind of became a name. I don't think, you know, and then there was the incident where he bit the ear off of Evander Holyfield.
Mhm. Mhm.
That'll keep you in the news.
Yep. For sure. So one of the bigger things that really pushed this thing forward was definitely a lot of collaborations on both sides, both on Tyson's and Jake's sides, and then the leveraging of other media out there. I mean, Tyson has his own podcast, right? I think it's called Hot Boxing. I've never listened to a show, but now that I've found it, I might tune in to see what it's all about. And then Jake appearing on the Tonight Show and ESPN, uh, on several shows there, really put the word out there. I mean, what do you feel about normal businesses trying to leverage their local media to get to the top of the market?
Oh, that's a great question. And I think it could be about being at the right place at the right time, or putting yourself out there to give yourself an opportunity when those things come your way. So for example, you got a business, you have an event, and I think one of my retail managers used to tell me this, that when you're involved in sports, you get extra holidays, especially in the retail market. You get extra holidays, things like World Series, Super Bowls, NBA championships. And whenever those types of events come to your neighborhood, they bring a lot of revenue there. They bring revenue from outside sources, they bring revenue from inside sources. And how many different ways are there to like for business owners to take advantage of that? This is like we're talking of like collaborations, right?
Mhm.
If they took this fight to Dallas, okay, you've got vendors inside that arena, you've got vendors outside that arena, you've got people taking advantage of it that aren't even in that vicinity. How? By broadcasting it or making it a part of you in some way, making the connection to trend jack, as they say, right?
Mhm.
You trend jack, you cast that, you see that trend going that way, and you cast your net and see how can you ride that wave to go along with its popularity. And that was one thing that I think I saw. Let me see. For example, I think I just saw. Uh, yeah, I think comedians are definitely taking advantage of it because they're doing the skits of the fights to get their brand out there and their name out there. Comedians do that pretty well. They hook
Mhm.
on to current events to promote themselves and get themselves more followers, more likes, more clicks. And that's, I think, that's what lesson can be taken from from the collaborations and a big event like this.
Mhm. Mhm. One thing that that comes about when it comes to at least the dramatic demonstration part of it, including the collaborations on how the fighters collaborated with their um, get up put togethers. I don't know what you want to call it. Their boxing regalia, so to speak, in the designs there. As Jake was coming out, it was announced that his shorts and robe cost $1 million. You believe that?
How it cost $1 million for his shirt, shorts, and robe.
Yep.
I can believe the price tag on it is $1 million. I can believe they could put a price tag on it that says $1 million for this short and robe. Now, whether that's what they pay or whether that's what it's
I said
worth is question. Would you
that's what they said that it was. That's what he paid to have it put together was $1 million for his boxing gear, for shorts
what were
and a
the
robe.
what were they made out of?
I don't know. I think there might have been some like diamonds encrusted in it or some type of chain attached to it as well. And I don't know what kind of Peruvian silk they were probably made of. I have no idea. But when the
As the
announcer,
silk, as the
yeah,
silk was coming out of the worm,
yeah, yeah. Um,
they were
so
while they were milking cows.
yeah, yeah. I don't know, but $1 million for just for his deal alone is how much he was spending on the whole look. And then the whole truck ride down and all the people around him that he had to pay for the escort and things like that, all the pomp and circumstance. I really don't know what it actually does for a brand as a whole. For me, it does absolutely nothing. It just makes me think you're just an ass. But other people, it's like, ooh, that guy's so cool. I mean, I don't know. What do you think?
It's the attractive character, and that people are either going to love you or hate you, but they're going to think something about you. You don't want to be the person that nobody's not thinking about. But if somebody's thinking about you, they're thinking about you in one way or another. If and whether it's good or bad can be subjective.
That's true.
Because honestly, all the people that are throwing hate, who cares as long as they don't take any type of physical action.
Hmm.
But have your feelings hurt or feel the complete opposite way that I do, and you have every right to do that. um but it stirs the pot. It stirs the pot. It definitely gets people talking. You get attention, and usually when you get attention, you're getting money in some way or another. you know If you could get attention, attention is top dollar.
That is true. I mean, I always harken back to a slide that Grant showed at the growth con that I went to. Money follows attention, and he put up two comparing graphs that showed when he got onto social media and how his followers increased, and he showed his then income stream coming in. They pretty much mirrored each other. So, money does follow the attention. So, I mean, I'm not going to hate the guy or hate on the guy because he's getting the money for the attention that he's putting out there. He's definitely uh, duped a lot of people to give him the money, but there are more ethical ways of earning it.
It's fun. Sometimes I say, people always call something a scam, and it's a scam. That's a scam. They're getting duped. But you know what I say? I say it's only being duped if the person doesn't get what they want for their money. So
I
if they
guess, yeah.
spend money on something and they got what they wanted, then how's that a scam?
Well, I heard I think we both heard the word scam at FHL. What it actually stands for is, people are still confused about money, um, which is true, but there are legit scams out there that take your money, and you are no matter which way you slice it, there's zero chance of profiting or getting anything back from it.
That is
Uh,
true. That's true. There's people out there that are looking to help you part ways with your money for, you know, yeah, and using unscrupulous methods.
Yeah, but the biggest thing with the fight is not so much about the money, but the ultimate time suck that it did take out of a lot of people's lives to be left, holding the bag. Either
Just
from the
get,
yeah,
just get your soul.
yeah, either from the buffering itself, not getting a good show that way, or just the fact that the way it all played out. But again, um, well promoted event. Everybody was talking about it, especially up to the last couple weeks with it. Even when they first started promoting it and had to, push it off, a lot of people were upset that it kind of fell through. But I mean, it was Tyson's health at the time. He wasn't feeling good. Glad he was able to bounce back a little bit. But at the end of the day, there were only a couple of winners, and it wasn't anybody watching the fight.
They not the big winners anyway. Not
Yeah,
the $1 million winners.
no,
Yeah, there were a few of those, but you know, yeah, yeah, I think many people spend a lot of their time in front of that television, and it's going to be spent in front of that television watching either a football game, a drama, or something. So I guess that was just a matter of redirected attention.
absolutely, and that's actually something to think about here in the next what we got 50 days left in the year.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of people sitting around the TV streaming more than anything during the holiday season here, and that would be a pretty good place to dump some ads on the connected TVs. So definitely look into those alternative advertising platforms outside of Google, YouTube, and look at Amazon ad platform. There's a Roku ad platform. Each one of the streaming services have an ad platform that you can purchase ads on. So we're talking individual channels. Uh, so take a look at that. Could be something interesting.
Yes, yes. And there's always even being able to have your ad will appear on blogs and things like that, or places where people might be looking for information on the best deals, or what's the best. I'll tell you that I was looking up thanks we talk about putting together offers, and I think that the couple of these department stores and grocery stores they're using this Thanksgiving meal as an opportunity to really put together some awesome offers.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? And I'm thinking about these Thanksgiving feasts and platters that they're actually bundling them into complete feeds 4 to 8. And you've got the rolls, you've got the turkey, you've got the stuffing, you've got the sweet potatoes, and all the trimmings in one neat package. That's a perfect opportunity I've seen lately, especially with the holidays coming up.
Yeah, I mean, it is definitely a good time for the retailers as well to start stacking deals. Bundling is a great way to add additional revenue into this time of year, especially when it's slow. 'Cause people aren't thinking of buying the traditional stuff. They're looking to buy what they need. They need Christmas presents and they need food, right? So those are kind of the top two things. They're not thinking about any type of home improvements or things like that, unless it snows. Then they might need some snow shoveling. But yeah, try to come up with ways to put together better offers and bundle them to drive that revenue moving forward for the last 50 days a year. I mean, can you believe that we got 50 days left, and then in you know 40 days after that, we're going to where? Las Viva
Vegas,
Las Vegas, right?
Las Vegas, Las Vegas. Yeah, yeah. And ClickFunnels has announced some new promotions. They brought back the one funnel away challenge for $100, but I don't know. I think they were doing it where you could get 3 months free with
Still
the one
still
funnel away challenge.
still can 90 days free with the one funnel away challenge, 100 bucks. Best deal that's probably out there. Gives you plenty of time to get your funnel up and running and active and get some traffic to it before you actually have to pay, and you get some great training with it. So um, that's the offer that I give to any of my clients if they're looking to get a funnel going. Um, that way, there's very minimal risk on their end, and they're not stressing out about the funds. You can at least get something going, get traffic to it, so they can start getting some leads and sales in.
For
It takes about 90 days to get up and running for anything, whether it's an ad or SEO or anything, to get any type of results. It's a minimum 90 days.
Yeah, and before that monthly bill starts to roll in, but you could always take that the offer that is too good to be true. Just pay the one fee of 1997 and it gets the entire year. I just renewed mine recently. Did
Me
you did
too.
you you did you see that?
Yep. So mine renewed as well. So yeah, I'm in it for at least one more year. I need to get a couple more clients under the belt because um, yeah, got got lots of stuff to pay for next year.
Oh, okay. So you did see the renewal come through?
Yep.
All right. Yes. And that means that, but not only are you getting the entire year, but they're they're unleashing new features. Just and these are new features that you might have needed to use a little bit of additional CSS to make it work on pages.
Mhm.
They've got a new carousel feature.
I saw that, but that's for your store, I think. I don't think that's for your live. I don't think that's for your regular pages, though, right?
I haven't seen if you can actually use it on pages just yet, but that is a welcome new feature that you needed to have some custom coding to work into the pages. But now it's available uh, as included with the software.
Hmm.
Still making the software 100 times better every day. New features are coming out. Um, and it also pays to be an affiliate. And
It does. It does,
it,
especially when you have such a great product to push. And I only sell what I use, so it's always a plus.
yes, yes, it's a plus win-win situation.
So one of the other features to talk about, and they're really pushing and sending emails about, is the new add to cart feature. that's in there. So you have more of a Shopify type experience for your visitors. So if they just want to, if you have more than one type of product that you're selling as a e-commerce store, as opposed to just selling through a funnel, that add a cart really helps and keeps the sales process going. Did you see
Nice.
that? Did you see that?
Yes. Yes. Add the cart. Add the cart. And yep. And they're just pulling out uh more features coming through. Of course, good things coming with the uh, being able to put countdown timers inside of emails for special offers. That's been there for a while. I'm gonna have to check. I need to check again for the latest updates.
Yep, and even more so coming down the pipeline. So we'll definitely keep you guys up to date on either a weekly or monthly basis. All things ClickFunnels via that um, one funnel away challenge. You want to learn anything about that? Reach out to either one of us, and we will be happy to kind of walk you through what it's about. And I can tell you, if you buy it from me, I help you get everything hooked up, get all the plumbing hooked up for free, and you don't have to worry about that. And guarantee your emails hit the inbox and not the spam folder.
That's important.
Yep. So that's what I offer when you sign up for me.
Yes, hitting that inbox instead of the spam. All
Mhm.
right.
Mhm.
We've been going about 40.
What else is new, man? What else is new that you got on your radar?
I'm like I said, it's going to be a sprint to get the funnel hacking live, and you're thinking about it's about 90 days now. We're going to do something to promote every single day for the last 60 days to potentially get some I think there's a contest. Potentially, you could win tickets to Funnel Hacking Live. But I just want to do some more continuing promoting. Just a 60-day plan right up until maybe up until the new year, or that tends to be a really good time to get signups or going towards into Funnel Hacking Live too. I'm already booked with the reservation, and I could use an extra ticket in Las Vegas.
There you go. There you go. That's all I got for tonight, man. So it's been a good episode here.
Yes, cool. All right. Well, give us your thoughts down in the comments. Are you going to Funnel Hacking Live? Do you have a super offer that you've put together for this holiday season? Are you taking advantage of those collaborations when those big events come into your town? How are you hooking your flag onto that moving train? How are you grabbing along and taking that momentum along with you? It's definitely those one-off situations or those types of big opportunities don't come around often. So make sure that you're getting prepared for them.
So that's awesome advice, and I'm probably gonna start doing that myself because I know I need to get out there and start shaking some trees and making some noise on my end. So that's the goal through the end of the year.
All right. Take care, everyone.
All right,
Thanks.
take care. Appreciate you watching.
Thanks for watching.